Hey, and welcome to another vlog. We are kicking off week 3 of Separathon. Yes, it is 1 a.m. 1 a.m. technically on Sunday, the 13th. Nope, 14th. Nope, 15th. Sunday, the 15th of September. And technically yesterday, at the party at the library, was a Minecraft themed party. I did get some footage of a little bit of it on my camera, and the kids came in and they got to pick what they wanted to create. 3 different items, and they could pick one. Well, when they picked one, they got a recipe card, a crafting card, and then they had to go around and do activities to get their resources, and then they brought those resources back to the librarian, and she let them build on the crafting table. It was a grid on the ground. Build their thing that they got, and then they got to take that prize home. It was so incredibly cute. We had so many kids. It was one of the biggest programs they've had in the month of September before, just because usually September people start getting back into school and get busy, and we don't have as many people as we usually do during the summer. But anyway, it was really good. It was a hit. So in the middle of that, after the Minecraft party was over, the new prompts dropped, and I watched them all while I was at work, and I found Amy's that I wanted to do, which was decide what you read a year ago during this series, during Separathon, and if there was a favorite author that you had during that month or a series that you were reading and you didn't finish it, then go back and finish. And you had to read 3 or 5 books for the series. So you had to flip a coin. For heads, you had to read 3 books. Tails, you had to read 5 books. My coworker was listening to me do this, and she was like, okay, let me get a coin. So she got a coin out. She flipped the coin for me, and it was Tails. So I had to read 5 books. And then Amy came on and said she was going to be doing a magic show tonight. That's why it's 1 a.m. and I'm still awake. It started at 9 p.m. my time, and every 30 minutes, so 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, so on and so forth, until right now, they just did prompt drop number 9, and every one of those, if you were here and you got 10 bonuses for doing this magic thing, then you got to take a book off of your TBR. Well, we were able to get a bonus prompt with, I think, like prompt number 3 or something was walk or move while you're reading for 25 minutes. And if you did that movement outside, you got a bonus point. So I went outside. I walked just down the road, down my sidewalk and back. I did that a couple of times actually, and on my way back the last time, I was looking at my phone to see how much time had passed, and I walked into my neighbor's driveway. Thankfully, I didn't get close enough for any lights to come on, but I accidentally walked in their driveway because I was looking at my phone and I thought I was at home, and I was not. Anyway, that doesn't matter. That was at 10 o'clock tonight when I did that. So I'm done. I've done all 10 of the prompts. So I get to remove a book. So instead of my 5 that I was supposed to read for Rolling Tales, I only have to read 4. However, so we had to get an extra book added on for succeeding. She was like, congratulations, here's your present. You get to read another book that has to do with magic. So I'm adding the first book in the One Piece series. I've been wanting to get to this series anyway, and I'm told that there is a piece of fruit that they eat and it magically gives them powers. That sounds like magic to me. So that's what I'm going with, and I will put a picture of it down here at the bottom. I decided to go with blue check marks this week. So in all of that, I'm reading The Art of Theft, and I've been reading it since 9 o'clock when we started Amy's game, and I am exactly 50% of the way through this book. So I'm definitely going to finish it tomorrow. I doubt I will be able to read any of this because I have an extremely busy day of my work stuff. I'm going to be sitting at this computer almost the whole day. I'm going to be doing good if I get 2,000 steps tomorrow. So I'm going to be mostly sitting. I've got all of these videos. A lot of them have been filmed. Every one of them has been filmed, except for my mid-month wrap-up. So I have officially finished everything that I'm reading. I just have to film the wrap-up tomorrow, since tomorrow or later today is technically the halfway point of the month. So that's it. That's what's happening. that's what's going on with this video. We're going to work on week 3's books. None of them are on my TBR or what I need to be reading. So I'm going to try to get through these. Where are they? Here we go. I'm going to try to get through these 4 books. By the way, that gets me completely caught up with this series. I think I got an email that the next one was ready. I don't know if it's like out or if she's finished writing it, but I'll have to check and see. It at least gets me caught up for right now on this Lady Sherlock series. But that's the other thing that I did is you had to go back last year. So I found 3 series that I was reading last Suffer-a-thon that were not finished. And I still had 3 to 5 books left in that series. And so then I messaged Amy and I was like, hey, can you spin for me to see which series I'm going to be focused on this week? And this is what she came up with was Lady Sherlock. That's what her spinner wheel said. So that's what I'm doing. Lady Sherlock, The Art of Theft is the first book. And it involves a heist, which I love. Okay, that's it. I'm going to bed. It's going to be later in the morning when you see me. Okay, yes, this is a quick check-in before I film The Sims. That's why I have my Sims pulled up behind me. I finished reading The Art of Theft, and I liked it a lot, but I just went right on to the next book, and I can't remember what it's called. Murder on Cold Street, and I'm 55% of the way through that one already, and I like it so much more. I think the difference is that things are progressing with the characters in a different way. I did like what we learned about Moriarty and some of the people around him in the last one, and so I am excited to see where those situations are going to go. We're not really dealing with them in this book, but one of the police detectives, or I don't know what they're called at Scotland Yard, but one of them in this one has been arrested, and he's the one that was like helping Charlotte, not helping her, but he worked with Charlotte when he thought that she was Sherlock. And when he found out that there was no Sherlock, he kind of stopped working with her because she was a woman. And now he's accused of murder. And we're going to see what happens. But anyway, I'm really, really liking this one. So clearly I'm about to get to this work, and then I'm working at the library tonight, and I will hopefully finish this second book, Murder on Cold Street. And then I've got 2 more. I did find another one. It has already come out. So I'll update you on all of that when I talk about the next book, which for you will be in just a second. Okay, hey, let's talk about Lady Sherlock. I'm going to get out of the way a little bit. Okay, so I have finished what just happened? I finished The Art of Theft and Murder on Cold Street, both. So actually I can't update it. I can update it, but I like doing this and then going through and updating it when I'm doing my update. Anyway, that was a lot of the word update, whatever. The new book, A Ruse of Shadows, came out this year, and it's already out and ready to go. But I am reading Miss Moriarty, I presume. And I said to my son, oh, that must be the Dr. Livingston, I presume. And he said, I don't know what that is. And I was like, we need to fix that, because that's like a famous historical quote that I feel like everybody should know. So anyway, he and I have to have a conversation about that. But anyway, the Moriarty's daughter is missing-ish, and he hires Charlotte Holmes to go find her. So I am almost finished with that one. I do think it's got a very cool, twisty part of the whole thing. We're also getting part of the story from other people's points of view that we have not gotten before, which I really enjoy. And then I have to read A Tempest at Sea, and that's all I have to do. And it is Wednesday afternoon, and I've got to have that done by Saturday at 3 p.m. I've done a lot. I just had to open the door for the dog. So if it's very, very bright over there, that's what it is. It's really bright. The wind is blowing. I can feel it. I can hear it coming through my windows. Anyway, I'm sorry if you can hear any of that. I don't know why. Number one, I only had 4 books to read this week. Actually, I have 5. One of them is any book that involves magic, which the book that I'm reading right now actually has some sleight of hand magic. And since we were at Amy's magic show, I think that sleight of hand magic will count for magic. So that's what we're going with. That's what I'm going with. So I only have to read these 4 books in this week. And so hopefully I'll get some of my other books read. Let me show you what I have. So here is what my Suffer-a-thon week 3 looks like. Literally just these books. And here is, nope, that's not it. Here is what my monthly TBR was. Just these at the bottom down here, mostly these in this middle section from House of Hollow up to Devil in the White City, over to Venom and Vanilla, and down to Louisiana Longshot. So if we're just looking at those, because those are the only ones for my Aurelium TBR, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left, and it is the 18th of the month. So I do still have like 13 days, but that means I'm gonna have to do as many of these as I can. So unfortunately, I may have to put Suffer-a-thon to the side for the next week, which I know is gonna stink because I really love doing the Suffer-a-thon prompts. So maybe I'll see what they are, and if I can make them fit, I'll use them. But I've got to do my Aurelium stuff because I don't want my girls to not get their degree like they're supposed to. So I need to do those. The other thing is, I'm pretty sure I forgot my buzzword book for the month, because usually on my monthly reads I have, okay, so maybe I didn't. Wait, this is September. Usually for my monthly reads, hold on, let me see. Oh, that's June. Wow. Hold on then. This is the one for August. And then this is storygraph for September and book clubs for September, but that's it. I did not do Adrian and Emmeline because they don't have reads this month for the monthly reads since they're in class. So it's literally just the buzzword that I forgot to do. So I need to go look at September's buzzword and pick a book for that. It's definitely going to go out here on the side, not a book that I need to read unless I can get one of these that I've already read this month or that I'm going to read this month to fit the prompt. But I need to go see what that is. So I'm going to go do that real quick. Okay, so it's senses. Touch, taste, smell, sight, hearing, and any related words like feel, mouth, eat, nose, eye, see, watch, look. Okay, let's see what we have. I think I have nothing picked so far that have any of those senses. The closest thing I can get is echo. That's like a hearing thing, but it's not. It doesn't mean hear, and it's not ears. So that stinks. All right, I guess I'm going to Goodreads to see what I can find. Okay, so this popped up. A Touch of Darkness, Hades and Persephone. I don't love Hades and Persephone. Let me try Taste and see if I get anything. Oh, A Taste of Magic, A Taste for Love, A Taste of Golden Iron, Digging Up Love. I've already read that. Okay, it is in the red pile. I've already read Chew as well, but okay, I want to do this. A Taste of Magic by J.L. Okay, there we go. A Taste of Magic added down here like I needed something else. I can't believe I still have my 2 longest books, The Gate of the Feral Gods and The Butcher's Masquerade on here. They're going to be so much fun when I get to them, if I get to them. But what we have to do is, let me go over here. So I'm reading Miss Moriarty. I'm almost finished with it. And then I'm going to read A Tempest at Sea. When that is over, I am saying goodbye for now to Suffer-a-thon, and I am focusing strictly on Aurelium. I will go back to my wheels where I'm spinning where I have it divided. I have everything divided like this into Chirp and Audible on one side and Everand on the other side, and I'm just going to go back and forth until everything is finished that I have. So this looks a lot better over here, even though it's 12 books over here at the top that it says I still have to listen to. So it's a lot of books, but somehow it doesn't seem as daunting on this page as it does over here on this page. I don't understand. Anyway, I do have to read the reunion before my book club meets to talk about it. And I do have to read Somewhere Beyond the Sea before the month ends, because that is my book of the month. No, that is my new book for September. So I have to read it before September's over. And then another thing that I have figured out based on the calendar down here, September the 21st is a Saturday. And I'm going to start reading the autumn book. Now, our leaves are already changing up here. My husband and I were driving through town yesterday, and I was like, it's so pretty. It doesn't last for very long, so we really have to enjoy it. But anyway, starting on the 21st, I just need to read 20 pages of this book per week to finish this book at the end of autumn. So for it to last me like 2.5 months, almost 3 months, something like that, I need to read 20 pages per week. So I was going to divide it by day, and it was literally like 2 pages one day, 3 pages the next, then back to 2 pages. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I am just going to do 20 pages per week in this book. So maybe I read them all on a Saturday. Maybe I do spread them out throughout the week. I don't know. But slowly going through this 20 pages at a time, we'll see, number one, if I can remember what I'm reading with it being spread out like that. And also just see how I like it spread out. But anyway, this is starting this weekend on Saturday. And I think that's it as far as catch-ups go. And then what I needed to add, I'll need to go figure out where I'm going to read A Taste of Magic. I'll check Libby. I did just get some extra credits on Audible, or I got a note saying that my credits appeared. They didn't appear. I paid for them, but I got an email about them being there. So I do have Audible credits if I need to use those. And that's it. We'll just go see where I can find A Taste of Magic. And I will be back to check in with you later. It has taken me like a day or so to get as far as I am in this book because I was working on a puzzle. I stayed up way too late last night doing this puzzle, but I'm so happy that I did it. I love puzzles, and I forget how much I love them when I'm not doing them. And then when I start doing a puzzle, I'm like, oh yeah, I love puzzles. So anyway, now I'm happy that I'm back doing puzzles, and I will continue to do other puzzles, but hopefully they will not take over my life like I have the last few have taken over. So that is it for now. I will check back in with you when I've finished reading something, other than to just say, Lady Sherlock is amazing, and now let's continue to the next one, because I can't really give away anything that's happening. I will say this, I'm about to start writing a mystery book. Well, hello, it's 10:30 at night, and I am home alone this weekend, not the whole weekend, just tonight. I have finished my week 3 reads. I read 4 of the Lady Sherlock books. They went by so fast that it feels like I did not read 4 books. It just feels like somebody was telling me about 4 different murder cases and how they were solved. But anyway, the last one was A Tempest at Sea, and it was a lot like Murder on the Orient Express in a couple of ways. Number one, it had that same situation where there was a body that was found, and then the detective interviewed everybody in like a one at a time style. And this person was like, well, I was here when the murder happened, but I was at this place and I saw this person, or I saw a man, or I saw this in the bathroom or whatever. And then they leave and the next person comes in and they're like, okay, I was here and I saw this, like that same kind of thing. We also had one of those big reveals like in the Agatha Christie, where it was like at the end, they kind of walk through what happened, and then they're like, and it was you, like that kind of situation. Which I loved. Like, I thought this was so good. I know there's one more book until I'm caught up, and I'm just going to wait until I draw it and I read it. So, Sufferathon, I think, is going to be done for me. I did 20 days of it. I did 3 weeks of it. I am going to look at what the prompts are for week 4, but I've not been going on the Discord. I had to kind of cut myself off from it because I want to do all the things and I just physically cannot. So let's look at where we are for the month. These are still the books that I want to finish in this month, and I now have 10 days. I can just go ahead and say these at the bottom are not getting read. And that's good because they're not actually part of my school books. They are books that I'm going to continue to keep on my list. And I am like on chapter 4 of Will You Be Mine? But that's it. That's as far as I've gotten, and I just cannot use any more time to do that. So I finished the Lady Sherlock book today while I was at work. Or actually right when I pulled in to go to work today. And so I didn't have access to my wheel to spin and see what I was going to read. But it was time for me to do the Audible Chirp books. So I just had my phone pick a number from 1 to 7, and it picked number 1. So The Gate of the Feral Gods is what I've started reading. And I am not even 20% of the way through with it. Also, at work today, we got this book. So here it is. And my coworkers were like, Amanda, look what came in today. So I was very happy to process it and get it out on the shelf in the library for people. And then I came home and immediately ordered my own copy. So I have my own hardback copy coming from the first 3 books because they're the only ones right now that are available. Okay, Skeeter had to go outside, so I forgot what I was talking about. But The Gate of the Feral Gods. Oh, I said I was about 20% of the way through. So after I finish reading that, I'm going to spin my Everrand wheel, and I'll read that. And I'm just going to go back and forth and do that. And then I will show y'all in the end of the month wrap up. Y'all will see what I got read and what I didn't get read. So I have made myself a list of all the things that I need to get accomplished. You can see it's pretty long. Tomorrow. And then I've had a slight change of plans. I was supposed to go out to dinner tomorrow night, but the place we wanted to go to is closed. So we're going to be eating here tomorrow night, and now I have to cook spaghetti. So the grocery store here on base opens at 9 in the morning. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the grocery store. That reminds me, I've got to go check something for my husband before I officially go to bed. So I just have a lot of things that I have to do, and I need to make a list so that I know what I'm doing and I know like what's happening tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to bed. I do have a new puzzle to start. It's not cute at all. I got it on sale, Springbok. I got it at a yard sale kind of situation. So it's like a bait shop. Yeah, it is. It's got fishing gear and all kinds of stuff all over it. My father-in-law would have loved it. He was a big fisherman. But anyway, that's my puzzle that I'm working on. I have not even taken the pieces out of the bag or anything, so I'm not really working on it yet. But anyway, that's it. That's an update on everything that's going on. I know that I hinted about writing a book, and so we will be talking about writing in a couple of upcoming videos. I know my channel is called The Reading and Writing Life, and I have not talked about writing at all, but that's going to be happening in some future videos. I've got a couple of books ordered and other things that are on the way, and then we will kind of sit down and talk about where things are with what I'm writing and what my ideas are and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, you don't want to miss it, make sure that you're subscribed. And also, if you are subscribed, or even if you're not and you're watching this video and you like it, please click like, because when YouTube sees that people are watching the video and liking it, that is called engagement. And video engagement is one of the things that YouTube uses to figure out the algorithm thing and say, oh, people are liking this content, let's get more of it. So that's it. I am going to go right here. I'm going to end this vlog here. It is the 20th of September. I have done 3 successful weeks of Sephorathon, and this is where I'm calling it. I will update everything at the end of the month and see how far I got. And until then, I'll just see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.